Hello and welcome to the description of Phase 2 of your training manual for SAFM 552. Wanted to make another audio clip to kind of talk you through Phase 2 to hopefully help you if you have any questions. If you still have questions, by all means, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. So for Phase 2, you are going to write 5 PBOs for your training manual. That is a performance-based objective. There's different types that you'll look within the module, the cognitive, psychomotor, affective objectives. And for each of those, you're going to have to write at least one. I want at least 3 psychomotor, 1 cognitive, 1 affective objective, and an explanation, a justification of why you think it's cognitive, why do you think it's psychomotor, why do you think it's affective. I found this exercise really helps students to understand, is it truly cognitive or psychomotor? Because sometimes they'll think it is, but if we discuss it through, they'll realize this is more of a psychomotor or this is more affective. So label, this one is cognitive because, justify that. For each of your PBOs, you'll need to indicate the performance statement, the conditions, and the standards, criterions that you're for that. Again, this is another exercise that really helps to make sure you formulate a true performance-based objective. When you indicate the different performance statements, conditions, criterions, and standards for your PBOs, how you indicate that is up to you. In the past, I have had students that have color-coded. They'll do, I don't know, purple for conditions. They'll do green for performance statements, and they'll do black for the standard. That's up to you. I've also had students in the past that will write out the PBO, and then they will list performance statement. They'll type out what that was. Condition is this. Criterion is that. That's fine. They just need to be clearly labeled so I can see. Again, this is an exercise for you when writing your PBOs to really justify that you are truly creating that PBO. So remember when writing your performance-based objectives that they need to be measurable, observable, attainable. Those are 3 key words that you really should remember. Measurable, observable, attainable. I cannot observe happiness. That would not, if we had a PBO that was something the employee will be happy, I can't observe that. So that would not be a PBO. Plus, it's not a performance. It didn't have a statement. It doesn't have all the aspects of it anyway. So when you look at those, remember measurable, observable, attainable. Donning, doffing a respirator. I can observe that. I can measure that. That is obtainable. So for each of those 5 PBOs that you're writing, I want you to justify and explain how is it measurable, how is it observable, is it obtainable? Do you believe it's obtainable? Yes, no, and why? Give a justification. Again, you will write those 5 PBOs and then you will have to go back and label different aspects and justify different aspects as well. But I find this really is a good exercise for you to determine if the objectives you're writing really meet the PBO expectations. Just a reminder, so this entire training manual, we are gearing up, we're creating a manual. At the end of the class, you will be presenting your topic. Your presentation for this training topic will be an hour-long presentation that you are creating. Eventually, you'll have the PowerPoint slides in the notes section. You will fully fill out the notes section. But when you record yourself presenting the materials, you're only going to present a portion of that. I'm not going to make you record yourself for an hour on the training manual. You'll just give me a quarter of that, like 10 to 15 minutes of training. But what the presentation you submit to me needs to be able to take an hour of training. And we'll talk about that later on, but just a heads up. So read through each of these. If you still have questions, please feel free to reach out and I will be happy to help. And I hope everybody has a great day.